It's always a surprise what I'm going to be drinking. I've just noticed that I do that pretty much every video. I walk in frame, I'm holding a beverage of some type. It's usually coffee, but it's a beverage of some type nonetheless. I take a sip and then I give some sort of little something or another, and then I walk off frame and sit my drink back down. Today, we're drinking strawberry mango sparkling water, the Target brand, which is the best brand if you ask me, but yeah, fun times. Ooh, it's gonna be a good one. Today, we are talking about recording equipment, something that I'm a little new to, but I'm very, very, very excited to talk about. So first things first, my name is Jared. I'm a content creator and photographer and filmmaker and YouTuber. If you're new to this channel, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff that YouTubers hound you all the time to do. I'm just gonna go ahead and get it out of the way on the front end. And yeah, today we're talking about something really, really, really stinking cool. Guys, I am pumped. I am over the moon about today's video. So without further ado, let's get into what today's video is about. If I had to guess, I'd say you've probably already read the title and know what today's video is about, but today we're reviewing this. This is RØDE's complete studio kit with audio interface. My friends over at RØDE sent this to me to test out and to use a little bit because, as I mentioned in my last video, which I will link up here, I'm getting more into recording and mixing and mastering music. That's something that I've always really wanted to kind of be good at, and I've never really had the means or the know-how. But over quarantine, I decided that I was going to learn how to do that. So we're just gonna look at what's inside and go over some things and talk about some things, and it's gonna be a good time. Yes, I'm pumped. Okay, so first things first, let's go over what all you can expect to get in the box if you order this. In the box, you get the audio interface, you get the microphone, you get an XLR cable, you get a USB-C Type 3 to USB cable, and you get the shock mount, and you get the pop filter. It's pretty much everything you need to get started recording instruments or recording vocals in your home studio. So first things first, let's go over the interface, which is right here. This is actually probably what I was most looking forward to out of everything that was coming in this kit. So this is a 1 input, 1 headphone, and 2 output little audio interface. This little guy you could pretty much chuck in your camera bag or your audio bag or your backpack or whatever, take it anywhere you want and record audio on the go with little to no effort whatsoever. The audio input is a 3-pin XLR audio input, but it's also a 1/4-inch guitar cable input. So you can record guitars, you can record bass, you can record all those sorts of things with the 1/4-inch feature, or you can plug in a 3-pin XLR and record vocals like I'm doing right now. I'm actually recording this entire video. The entirety of the audio of this video is being recorded through this little interface. That's why you see all the cables that are plugged in. You've also got a headphone jack right there, which is pretty cool. And then on the back, you've got the 2 little outputs for speakers, studio reference monitors. Now, this little interface is capable of phantom power, which is incredibly useful because most microphones, like the ones that we're gonna be talking about today, require some form of phantom power, whether it be 24 or 48 volts. Typically, it's 48 volts, but every now and again, you stumble across a 24 volt. But regardless, this little guy can. With the simple push in of this little button right here, you click it in. It looks like a dial because it is a dial. This is actually the gain dial, so you turn it up to get more volume, turn it down to get less volume, and then you can push it in to activate the 48 volts phantom power. I am so crazy excited about this little guy because, like I said, I've been wanting to get more into recording audio and learning how to mix and master and that sort of thing, and this is making that possible for me as far as recording guitars and recording bass guitars and recording vocals and getting really, really good, clean audio. So that's pretty much it for the RØDE AI1. Onto the microphone. Now, this is probably what most people will get excited about. This is the RØDE NT1 cardioid condenser microphone, and I mean, you'll hear it in just a second what it sounds like, but this microphone is sweet. So like I said, it does require a 3-pin XLR cable to run it. It's a cardioid condenser microphone with a 1-inch diaphragm or capsule, whatever you prefer to call it. It does also require 48 volts of phantom power. So it's super convenient that that little interface will push 48 volts of phantom power, because you're gonna need that to run this little guy. It's an all aluminum housing, all aluminum body, so you don't have to worry about it breaking if you toss it in your bag. And also it only weighs 430 grams, so again, you don't really need to worry about it bogging your bag down or getting too heavy or something to that effect. All right, on to the fun part. Now, really quickly, I'm just gonna go ahead and set up the RØDE NT1 and just give you a little bit of an audio test and show you kind of what it sounds like. All right, so as you can see, we have the NT1 set up in the shock mount with the pop filter, with its own microphone stand. Now, right now, I'm still using my mic that I use when I shoot my videos, which is the RØDE NT5. I used the NTG4 Plus for a long time. You guys know that. I eventually switched to the NT5, but we'll get more into that in just a moment. But I'm still using that right now. In just a second, we're gonna switch over to the RØDE NT1 with the shock mount with the pop filter. But I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a chance to kind of see what it looks like. Doesn't it look pretty? Isn't that just like, it feels so professional. I feel like I'm about to lay down some sick tracks for a band or some sort of like solo project or something. I don't know. Anyways, doesn't matter. All right, let's get to this mic. Okay, and this is the RØDE NT1 microphone running into the RØDE AI1 interface. So like I mentioned just a moment ago, the RØDE NT1 requires 48 volts of phantom power, and the AI1 by RØDE only provides 48 volts of phantom power. So I have 48 volts running from the interface to the microphone in order to get this quality. Also, it should be noted that I did not adjust the gain level at all on the interface when I switched from my NT5 to the RØDE NT1. So it should be a relatively fair comparison as far as the level that you're going to get from the NT1 and the NTG5. Those are very confusing when you say them back to back. All right, so now quickly, I've put the microphone directly in front of the camera because I wanted to show a little bit of what the microphone sounds like as you move around it. Now, it's going to be really tough to kind of get behind it. I will do my very best, but it's a little bit of a tight squeeze between the camera and the microphone. Anyways, here we go. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. The quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. All right, so we're back to using the NTG5 because I actually want to be able to talk to camera, and it feels kind of weird having to do this. But that brings me to another very, very good point, is that you don't just have to use a condenser mic like this with this interface. You can actually use any of RØDE's microphones as long as they are a 3-pin connector. So, for example, I'm using the RØDE NTG5 right now. That's what I've been using for my videos for quite some time now, and I love this little guy, and you can use it with this interface to record music if you don't necessarily want to invest in a condenser mic like this, or if you have the NTG4 or the NTG4 Plus or something like that. Doesn't matter, as long as it has a 3-pin connector or a 1/4-inch connector, but I don't think they make 1/4-inch connector microphones. Regardless, as long as it has one or the other, 3-pin or 1/4-inch, you can use this interface to either record your videos or to record music. If you're working in a studio, or if you're wanting to get into recording music, doesn't matter, you can use that interface and then pretty much any of their microphones. That's what I really love about RØDE, is most of their stuff is universal and it just kind of works all the way around. Last but definitely not least, you guys are probably wondering the price. $349. I gotta be really honest, RØDE sent this to me for free. They did. I asked them to, they obliged. Thank you, folks at RØDE. However, $349 is a fantastic price for what you get. If I did not have the relationship that I have with the folks over at RØDE, I very much so, this is the route I would have gone, 100%. No doubt, no bias, no nothing. I'm just being completely honest. This is the route I would have gone. You get the microphone, you get the shock mount, you get the pop filter, you get the cables, you get the interface with 48 volts phantom power and 2 outputs on the back and a headphone output with 0 latency monitoring. You're really not going to find a better deal than this. Bottom line, not for something as good a quality as this. Either way, this is what I would recommend you do. If you're wanting to get into mixing in a DAW or recording in a DAW, this is the direction I would tell you to go. I'll leave links down in the description to where you can go to purchase this kit. thank you. Like, wow. Thank you to the folks at RØDE for sending this over and letting me play with this and letting me make this video. You guys are awesome. You're fantastic. You always have been. And I really look forward to getting to do more stuff with you in the future. But until next time, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe and those fun things. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll plan to see you in the next one. Okay.